Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, it's time to look at what's going on with those Yu Nagaba Eevee cards. Now, we've had a few updates about these Yu Nagaba Eevee cards, and basically, they're done now. They are sold out online. They are no longer being sold in shops. They led to very busy Pokemon centers. And look, I told you when they were available. I told you how to get them. I told you when they were run out. And they are now gone. Don't expect them to come back. They were horrendously popular. It seems very, very clear at this stage that there was a certain number. That number has been reached. They done, ladies and gentlemen. They done. And that's fine. At the end of the day, they had a certain number of cards available, and they got, they gave them out. I was going to say got rid of them, but that's not the right phrase. They gave them out, and they're now done. The problem is that since they went, people have now realised that they're gone, and there's a whole mess of people going, wait, I want them too. I want to get in on these. And what we've seen is that the price of these are skyrocketing. Now, the way they were given out in Japan was quite simple. It was either online or in the Pokemon Center. You got one random card, one of the promos at random, for every 1,000 yen you spent. Now, this is really important. It wasn't if you spent at least 1,000 yen in a transaction. It was for each 1,000 yen, up to a maximum of 10. So what that means is, if you spent 10,000 yen, you would get 10 promos. Now, I actually only went and did this once. I got one order in with 10 promos. I should have gone for more. I chose not to. My theory is, I've got 10, there are 9 different promos, all 9 Eevees, and hopefully there's a few of my friends that have done that. So if I don't get all of the 9 different ones, I will hopefully be able to trade with my friends so that we can get it done. Okay, sounds like fun to me. Here's the thing though. That was back when it was nice and easy. They were all given out, job was a good one, and you could go and get these pretty easily. They were readily available online. There were absolutely no issues. Sure, some products were selling out, and if you obviously had to buy something to get the promos. And if you went on there as the promo went live, the website just kind of crashed for a while. But it's a really sought after promotion. That was going to be the case. I woke up at like 7 a.m. on the morning it went live, although it was a few hours after it went live, like 5 hours, I think, after it went live, because time zones and all that. But I very casually went online and got my order in. There was a time where you could do that. That time's long gone, ladies and gentlemen. And like I've said, I think it's an important piece of context here that I don't expect this promotion to come back. I expect this promotion to be a one-shot deal, because here's the thing, it was so popular online, and it still lasted a day and a half, and it was ludicrous how popular it was. And it was so popular in store that it really doesn't make any sense for Pokemon to have held any of these back. I wouldn't expect to see this promotion come around again. I would expect at this point for this promotion to be done. Not a guarantee or anything along those lines, but a prediction from your old pal Wassy here. I expect that this promotion is done and not coming back. So then we're left with the question of, well, alright then. For the people that missed it, for the people that weren't there when it went live, for the people who, for whatever reason, maybe they missed it, maybe they were busy those couple of days they were available, maybe they're just not comfortable ordering from Japan, which I know is the case for a bunch of people. What's the deal? I'm going out on the secondary market. Am I going to be overpaying? And the simple answer is yes. Yes, you are going to be overpaying. Because I showed you the other day, now this was when the promotion was still going, that they were selling for about 1,000 yen per promo pack. You were picking up lots of 10 for like 8 to 10,000 yen. Some people were actually a little bit cheaper. One of the solds here is 8,000 yen. That makes perfect sense. because this was when you could go and spend 1,000 yen to get the promo pack. So selling the promo packs for more than 1,000 yen, it just wasn't really likely. Those days are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Those days are gone. And if we have a look now, the price has gone up considerably. In fact, it's basically doubled. So we've got 4 auctions here for 10 lots, or the one's actually for 9, the bottom right is for 9. And we're looking at 18,500 yen, 18,000 yen, 17,500, and 16,000. But remember, that's for 9, not 10. We're not quite at 2,000 yen a pack, but we are getting over on Mercari, which generally in Japan you would use instead of eBay. We are getting up to that stage where you're going to be spending about 2,000 yen per pack, which is kind of silly. Now, I did see this. Now, this is a little bit old at this stage. It's not from the past couple of days, but there was a buy price, which was going up. Now, this was on a random Japanese shop that I follow on Twitter, but they was buying all the promos for 1,500 yen, except for Umbreon, which was being bought for 3,000 yen. So you can just go into a shop in Japan right now and just sell these Eevees for more than the promo pack cost. And if you're lucky enough to get an Umbreon, it's 3 times. I'll be getting my packs in the next week or 2. I am really, really desperately hoping that I do pull an Umbreon, because as you can see from here, I can very casually just go and trade any of the others for any of the others. But when it comes to Umbreon, I might not, or Blackie as it is in Japan, I might not be able to just casually go and actually trade something else for the Umbreon. And if we have a look over on Mercari at the Umbreon here, we see a similar kind of thing. It's for sale for around about 5,000 yen, and then there's multiples for sale for like 9,000. It's a 4,000 to 5,000 yen card. I've left a bunch of auctions on the screen showing a bunch of different things. You can see there that the whole set is for sale for 18,000 yen. These have gone up quite a bit, ladies and gentlemen. When the promotion was still going on, if you weren't able to order these for whatever reason from the Pokémon Center, then on secondary websites they were reasonable. That reasonable time is running out. And I'm talking about Japan. Because you know, ladies and gentlemen, that once you go out of Japan, the price is going to skyrocket. Now, I just showed you that there was, on this image, there was a set for sale for 18,000 yen, which is admittedly quite a lot of money. 18,000 yen, you're talking somewhere in the region of about $130. That is a bargain, ladies and gentlemen. That is an absolute bargain. Because here are a couple listings over on eBay. One for $180 and one for $177. Let's just round them both up. Let's say $180. Over on eBay Japan, you will pay $180 for a set of these promos. Bearing in mind, I spent about £60 on 10 random ones, which admittedly may or may not be a set, but I should be able to trade easily enough with some of my friends to get the complete set. And I also got, I think it was 8 sets of sleeves and 6 deck boxes from Japan. And then the promos were literally free, because I've always got a list of deck boxes and sleeves I want to order from Japan. I deliberately didn't order, waited until these promos were live, and then went and ordered stuff I would have ordered anyway. So I literally got these for free. They're now $180. And I do think it's worth pointing out, this isn't some kind of like random number we pulled out of thin air. If you look, the top one there, 267 sold. The bottom one, 69 sold. These are actually selling. These aren't some kind of random ones going out here. These are actually sold. What about my 10-pack set? $170. Actually slightly cheaper, incidentally, than trying to get the set, because obviously there's no guarantee of a set from getting these 10. And you'll notice that again, 151 of these have sold, so that $170 is absolutely legit. For what it's worth, no, I will not be selling my 10 packs for $170. I will be opening them and trying to trade for the complete set if I don't have it already, because I love these promos and I want the set. And the thing is, if this is what's happened to these promos like early on, imagine what's going to happen in a few years' time. Because I don't expect these promos to be resold at any point. I don't, and I could be wrong, there's no guarantee here. I'm just going on what makes sense, what I've seen in the past, etc. It's not a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination. But I think it's pretty obvious here that Pokemon had the promos, they distributed the promos, and they are now done distributing the promos. That's what I can see. So, they're still Eevees. They're still these promos that everybody wants and are pretty sought after. The only difference is, over the next few years, these are going to get rarer and rarer as more and more find their way into the hands of collectors who won't part with them, and fewer of them are picked up by the scalpers who are really just looking to resell. Yes, it sucks that a bunch of these have obviously ended up in the hands of people who don't really want them, who were only ever after them to try and resell. No, that's not fun. Yes, I wish it was a different way. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, this was always going to be the case. The thing I think is really important to point out here, there was about a day and a half where you could casually go on the Pokemon Center online. You didn't have to go into stores. You didn't have to muck around with purchase limits. You could just go on and spend £60 English, bit more in terms of dollars, and just get these promos. And the only downside of doing that was some products were selling out. That was it. And other than that, they were just readily available online. Now, I know some people don't like ordering from Japan. I understand that. That is a downside and not really any way around that. You're going to be stuck on eBay for this and all the Japanese products moving forward, honestly. But for anyone that was willing to order from Japan, these promos were very readily available. There was a big stretch of time. And I do want to say, I think the way Pokemon in Japan have handled this was great. This could have been a disaster, but no, these haven't all ended up in the hands of scalpers or anything stupid like that, because I wasn't up at 2 a.m. I got young kids, sorry. And to be fair, I've done it before, even with the young kids, but I wasn't feeling very well that night and I needed sleep. The fact of the matter is, these were available for quite a long time, for about a day and a half. Anybody could have gone on. And I slightly regret not getting a second order in. I wish I had. But I still got my first order in. And the fact of the matter is, anybody could have done so if they were willing to import from Japan. That means using a proxy address or something along those lines, which anyone can do if they're willing. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news. And I'm afraid I have to say that this is probably going to get worse. I'm not sure this is going to get any better anytime soon. Sorry about that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know if you've picked up these Eevees. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.